Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Noles will kick it off to get us underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Landry. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Not the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Motion from the offense. From the red zone, looking for a man. Unleashes one deep. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll leave it with him. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Sexton. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponents. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. He's loose. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tiger.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Middle Tennessee is going to enjoy the trip back to Murfreesboro after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road and you stack wins there in Floyd Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
And that's the guy you got to try to avoid when throwing the football. He leads the nation in interception. The dude is an absolute ball hawk. You are asking for something bad to happen when you throw his way, and they're lucky he didn't pick that one off.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Sexton. They're working that left side. Pick up a 5, they'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to run for it. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Across the 25, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got a man. It's Need. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On second down, he'll fire. He caught it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Clemson! On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The pull and throw off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Sexton. He's got his man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. New set of downs after that completion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He's got it down the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Sexton. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Touch pass on the run. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Snead.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? This is a designed run. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the extra point is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, it's Sexton. And that pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Clemson. How about that D coming up with a play like that? He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Foster. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Wants to throw on first down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Sexton. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Working the middle. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting that progression.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. And stampeding through the defense. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point is good. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, he's going to go for the return. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Handoff to the lone back. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Pulls it in. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go right back to him. Bulldozes him. Ball is free. And the defense has it. They're going the other way.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Pass to 45. Then he breaks into the open. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And after that last turnover, David, prime example sometimes. Looking for a deep man. He's got it on the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Quick strike complete. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Gets it out quickly. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. And the Noles are on the move. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run it.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone, and he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw on third. Fires to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. Third down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick 6.
Clemson will send the punt team out. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drives. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
First down for this offense. Now they'll run it to the right here. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up a tackle for loss.
Florida State, 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Handoff from the gun. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Back to throw, it's Sexton. He finds his man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's got his man, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Quickly complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
This defense has been lights out, stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense finally find the end zone? Trying to pound it in. Snowed under by the defense.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lips... And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Caught over the middle. It's Landry. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Clemson.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The give to the right. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
He put some heat on that one down the middle. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Looking to pass. It's Sexton. Makes the grab over the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football.
And the blitz gets to him just like that.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat and cross the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue even though he got outside the pocket.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for a block. It's Foster. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. One more play to pad the stats. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers.